So the last quest we have to do here in the wetlands is this one, Davrin. So let's jump in, get her done, start quest. I'm pretty confident this is going to open up the rest of the wetlands wherever these chests are that I'm looking for.
Lucas Kreisen, one of our own. He left on his calling months ago, then stumbled back in last night.
Do you know him?
Have you met him before?
In passing, yes, but no more. He spent most of his time in the eastern garrisons, and then left for his calling.
I hope he lives.
That sounds as rough as it gets. Hope he makes it.
We've tried everything we can, but the calling is the end for wardens.
Except the Gloom Howler. Warden Kreisen, can you talk? What happened?
The dead aren't dead.
Who isn't?
The Deep Roads. The elf wants vengeance. She's planning a crusade.
Isaiah. A crusade against who?
Grey Wardens. All of us.
I don't like this.
Well, that's not ominous.
She's lost her mind. Gathering forces. Griffons are there. Not much time.
Lucas?
Antoine, I need to know where he came out of the Deep Roads. It's time we flush the sewers.
Did we actually get to go to the Deep Roads? Not something we've really done. I mean, we went into the Dwarven area with,
This is it, where Warden Kreisen came back from his calling. Easy boy.
He senses Darkspawn?
That, and the Griffins. This is your time, boy. You're ready for this. Hunt.
yeah, we went into the Dwarven area with, Harding.
Go getting a big head, boy.
I'm not sure if that was considered the Deep Roads. I guess it
You watch
technically
those tail
was.
feathers of yours. The second you feel Darkspawn breathing on them, you hide.
Read journal page. Where am I? I found this place not long ago. I thought the calling was the end. It's not. Some of those wardens have been here for decades or even longer. Their leader is some sort of freak. They call it the Gloom Howler, but I think there's more going on. This is interesting. This is kind of a fun little companion story. Happy with this. It's interesting though, like Dragon Age Origins 2 and Inquisition all featured the Deep Roads pretty heavily. Obviously, you had the whole Deep Road section in Origins. Don't need to go into detail there. But then you had the stuff with Varric and the Deep Roads and the Red Lyrium in Dragon Age 2.
Gloom Howler?
Isaiah.
So why would Isaiah bring the other griffins to the Deep Roads?
She was a Grey Warden. Last anyone heard, she disappeared down here.
After using blood magic on her own griffins.
And she's still at it. The Archdemon blood she took from the cauldron, that's the end of Hassan's family if we don't stop her.
Interesting.
What's your name, Warden?
What is this place?
Sanctuary.
It reeks of Darkspawn and Blight.
Embrace it, and it will embrace you. The calling is not the end for Grey Wardens. You're no Warden. You're not allowed.
This is interesting. It's like they're like corrupted wardens essentially because they're down here for the calling and it's called them.
Not allowed to do what?
Join those who hear the song of the old gods.
You're sworn to kill Darkspawn, not befriend them.
She showed us another way.
She? You mean Isaiah?
Names fade. The song endures, but not for you.
I like you're a traitor. Take Davrin. That seems kind of mean. You're a traitor.
Whatever you're doing down here, I'm sure it wasn't part of the Warden Oath.
The oath says we kill monsters like this.
All right, then let's do that. Since it allows me to. Yeah, I find this really interesting because, like, yeah, in Dragon Age 2, you obviously had the Red Lyrium, everything with Varric, and his brother. And then in Inquisition, there was a whole DLC pack for the for the Deep Roads. Fantastic, by the way. One of the best pieces of Dragon Age content. Can you not constantly block my attacks, please? It's so annoying. Hit him with this. This is kind of cool because we're getting like an extra bit of content there. Or not content, but like enemy types that we haven't gotten in the game yet, really. And I really like that. Let's go ahead and use good old combo wombo. I feel like that's pretty good follow-up. Yeah, he's just got a lot of life, though. My recommendation remains, if you're going to play this game, just turn the life down on all the monsters. It definitely feels like the best way to play it, because this stuff, it just takes so freaking long. I suppose it would be a lot more challenging if you had like the difficulty really raised up, because you're dealing with high damage with high health enemies.
I don't know, but the Blight's taken hold.
The ogre's defeat, at first glance, an ode to generic heroism, but there's something particular in the tilt of its head. In the rabbit pattern around the hem, someone once knew this warden. Oh, there's a read thing. Journal page. Reborn. Weishaupt shall be destroyed. Weishaupt shall rise again. Long live the Gloom Howler. Okay, I like that. I like that it ties into the, you know, the previous missions that we've done. The main mission with Weishaupt and all that.
Hassan, you okay? Good. You're doing fine.
Where are we anyway? Doesn't look like the Deep Roads I know.
They're building something down here. It's almost like... Nah.
Like what?
A corrupted version of Weishaupt.
That's exactly what it looks like. I love that. I love that idea. What a cool concept. Is there anything out here? I should probably go look. Ooh, it's really creepy. I'm loving it. Between the music and then there's just like the natural ambiance that they have going on in this area. Oh my goodness. It's pretty freaking cool. I hope they're able to continue this for the rest of the quest because, yeah, it feels real cool. Let's pop this down. Bump them out. I think I got that guy dead. Pretty nice. I do really like being able to just like blast people off edges. One of the greatest additions to Dragon Age. Knocking people off edges. We got pustule boys. We're gonna blast them off, maybe? I think I got one of them there. What, did he just blow up? I guess he did. I kind of wish, I was thinking about this the other day while I was editing the previous episode. I kind of wish that the griffons, or rather in particular Hassan, could be like some kind of, like a companion. Kind of like what we had with the Mabari, right? We had like this dog companion. I thought that was always kind of a cool little addition. I never really used the Mabari in Origins, but it's cool that it was there. Kind of wish that that was an option with Hassan. Though, I guess it wouldn't make sense because Davrin and Hassan are kind of like two peas in a pod, so you'd have to take them both. I just wish that he was around a lot more in general combat and whatnot, I guess. I should be dead by now. Isn't that how the calling works? I just feel sick, diseased. Something inside me is changing. All this blight, all this darkness. Is this Weishaupt? There's a library and the barracks? Something's not right. What happened to the sun? Pretty cool. So far, Harding's quest number 1, Davrin's number 2. Freaking loving this. Probably Balara's number 3. Actually, you know what? I really like Lucanus. Lucanus number 3. That was fun. And Nev's dead last. I just don't like her mission at all. I want to. I just don't. I'm curious if it's just up there.
Fighting together? Wardens, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's not good. I'm curious if
Fiends of darkness? Snap out of this, Warden.
I'm just getting interrupted by them constantly. I'm curious in an alternative like universe if Nev's quest ended up actually being really cool, but they just are missing out on some key details there. Like I like investigatory kind of missions, but they just didn't do it well in this game. So it's unfortunate because I think it could have been cool. It also could have been cool if I actually liked Nev, and just throughout the game, my enjoyment of the character keeps going down and down. Oh, goodness. I just want to kill this guy. All right, let's pop this here. Interrupt him. Stop getting poked. Right. No more pokage. All right, he fell. That's fine. Means I can actually take a second and focus this nerd down. Oh, gotta shoot him in the head. There we go. All right, let's go kill this guy. Just getting wrecked. All right, pop this, because apparently I need more. Okay, let's hit this. Is that spawning more dark spawn? I guess it could be. Pow. Throw that. Oh, my dog is going nuts. I think someone knocked on my door. I apologize for that in the background. I can't stop. Come on. Blast. Problem is my dog is so freaking shrill. He's a wiener dog. And he just, when he barks, it's like nails on a chalkboard. So annoying. Okay. Now, how do I get to that chest? I guess I could go up this way. That was a lot of enemies there. It just dawned on me. They're really throwing everything at us, huh? Right. What about this? I guess I could have used that. That would have been kind of nice, huh? Hey, got rid of those. Just like open the door with the thing I should have grabbed on earlier. I have a feeling, based on where this is, that we're gonna end up using it again later, or potentially having the opportunity to use it again.
They really are building some sort of fortress, like Weishaupt, but wrong.
Even blighted, they were still Grey Wardens once. Old memories linger, echoes of them anyway. Twisted by Isaiah.
Okay. This feels like a lot of level design, a lot of area that is going to go unused, unless I am going to be able to get back here somehow. I find it unlikely. Ooh. Goes up to legendary. This one has melee attacks leech life from enemies suffering from necrosis while necrotic weapons is active. Oh, that's mine that I have. Whoops. This one is gain 25% penetration while precision is active. Actually, it's not bad, but it's not high enough damage to justify swapping it out. Not high enough damage and not high enough stagger. My weapon just is better. From like a pure stats standpoint.
First Warden.
Rook, I'm never to be rid of you.
How is he still around? Are you serious?
All this going on and I'm the problem?
You started the whole bloody mess.
How did you wind up here?
Killanane did her worst. Then she found me.
The Gloom Howler? Isaiah?
Nothing will stop me. We'll defend Weishaupt to the death.
Weishaupt? You mean this place?
It stood for centuries. None will breach its defenses.
Oh, these people are all screwed up. Because you struck him at Weishaupt, the First Warden can no longer see reason. He's lost.
Isaiah's messing with your mind. None of this is real.
Our victory will be real enough. Send reinforcements to the north wall. Rally on my signal.
What are you talking about?
The griffons will repel these invaders.
Where are they? What did she do with them?
Stop questioning my orders, Warden. 50 lashes for insubordination.
He's just like the others. He's too far gone.
What do we do?
Set him free.
Yep, I agree. Now, here's the thing. I saw him die. Like, he didn't just die. He, like,
Even he deserves
died.
some mercy.
Only way to free these wardens is by killing them. They aren't themselves.
They managed to rebuild the war room. I remember this from Weishaupt.
Isaiah's raised her army. Now the war starts.
Found a blueprint for Weishaupt. The real one.
Must have used it to build this place.
Yeah, like, he got like uber impaled, if I recall correctly. There was no way he was living through that. So I don't understand how he was still alive here. Interesting though. The Gloom Howler was a warden. She's been down here for centuries. The other wardens follow her. I don't know why, but this place, I can't remember when I got here. I don't know what day it is. I can't remember the last time I ate anything. Ooh, dark. I really like that though. That this place has like some kind of supernatural element going on that keeps people from seeing what's actually happening.
Maps here. All across Thedas. Looks like battle plans.
Isaiah's ambitious. I'll give her that.
Note on the nature of griffins. How long is that one? It's not too bad. The griffins are not my creation. I found them in the deepest, oldest forests that eventually fell under our domain. They are superb specimens, fierce, prideful, lethal. Despite their mixture of beast and bird, they display a singularity of purpose. I do not know if these creatures are a stroke of fortune from the natural world, from a realm beyond our sight, or if their existence implies another creator interested in the workings of sinew and marrow. Regardless, it is vexing that they also possess a sharp antipathy towards what Fen Harel insists on calling the Blight. I found some of my blighted creations torn to shreds by griffin claws, unrecognizable, unsalvageable. The griffins didn't even sample their flesh. Oh. That's interesting. I'm really liking what they're putting down here. What's this? Blade of Warden Janos. Broken blade of Grey Warden Janos, shattered by the combined strength of the Blight and a god. The will of the Warden, however, remained intact in the end. It's true, that man was the stubborn one. Wonder what happens if you don't punch him. Like, how does that play out? That's where we just came from, isn't it? Right? Yeah, it's the chest I just opened. Cool. Pushing forward. Oh, you know what? Should have seen that coming. I even thought about it for a second there. Okay, I guess we're hopping down. Even more? I don't like going down. That's not fun.
Where are you, boy?
No, get off my booty.
We'll find you.
Okay, that guy's uber dead.
I don't believe it. They built Weishaupt's dungeon down here.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
weird.
something. Not a good something.
Exactly. Give me that. Lost sketchbook. Nugs. Ooh. A sketchbook page, artist unknown, featuring a Nug's anatomy. A note near the top reads, unrelated to current study, but they're cute. You know what this game is actually missing? Cheese wheels. Yeah, that's what we're missing. That would have really done it, I think. That would have changed everybody's opinion. Actually, I'm only half kidding. The game is very serious, and at the same time, not serious at all. It is serious subject matter, which is normal for Dragon Age. I think that should be expected. But unfortunately, they didn't get the whole, like, humor of Origins, which had this, like, dark humor to it. It was sarcasm and also not. And you had characters like Alistair who just knew exactly what to say at any given time that was totally inappropriate for what was going on, and yet fit so perfectly with the humor of that game. And this game just don't do it, you know? It doesn't get the same humor, I think. It takes a specific kind of writer to be able to write like that. Is this better? No. I mean, that's not to say that you can't have a game that is different tone or written differently or has different humor. You absolutely can. But it does feel like they tried to mimic it in one way or another, and it doesn't quite match up. It's got an uncanny valley in regards to the humor, in my opinion. And I think the nugs and the cheese wheels are really good examples of when it works. Like, the fact that in the first game, there's just cheese wheels all over the place. And it became this, like, funny little meme that has persisted. But it almost feels similar to when you've got, like, a new friend in a friend group, and they try to make... they try to reference one of the in-jokes that your friend group has, because they got it explained to them and they think they understand it. But for whatever reason, when they make that joke, it's just something is off about it, you know? It kind of feels the same with Inquisition, and like the difference between Inquisition and this game is the humor that they try to make feels like someone out of not in the in-group, on a friend group, trying to make the same joke. So that's why it feels like it doesn't fit. I hope that's a good enough explanation. But that's what it feels like. Then again, that's also to be completely expected, because you're changing writers, and those writers want to, that's not that they want to. I feel like they have a obligation, they feel, to live up to the previous games, and that means that they feel like they need to do a lot of what the previous games did, and that is unfortunate, because that is placed upon them by the actual, like, gamers, fans. Whereas I think it would be very freeing for a company making a sequel to a game to feel like they don't necessarily have to make the same game.
I promise I won't disappear like that again.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to get rid of that feeling. Well, it's okay. I mean, I can only imagine what kind of pressure some of these developers are under, making sequels to games that are beloved by people, and then not having it live up to that. It's not only a massive amounts of pressure, but incredibly heartbreaking, because you put your everything into it just to feel like you didn't live up to it. I'm sure that sucks. And in the cases where it does live up to the originals or exceeds them, great example, Baldur's Gate 3, even though they did essentially a different kind of game compared to the originals, in spirit, not in essence. In essence, it's still a CRPG, right? I feel like, yeah, it's, if you nail it and you knock it out of the park, and then that is what the new, what just happened to my game? Did it just crash? No? Okay, hold on. We're getting it back. Not sure what happened there. Okay. It's back. So upon investigating, I think my computer was trying to update. I freaking hate Windows sometimes. The absolute worst. Literally, I hate sometimes when it does that. It's not even like in the normal time that it would update, so who knows. Anyways, totally lost my train of thought because of, yeah, I'm just gonna have more and more dudes spawning here. I gotta get up. Lost my train of thought due to the game minimizing or crashing or whatever it did for a second there, but it popped back up. It did pop back up. I gotta give it credit. It didn't completely die. But I'll tell you one thing that's hyper annoying. Is she back? Where is she at? Oh, she's not here. Okay, she's just talking. Can I kill this guy up there? Probably not. Maybe I should just use my ultimate to annihilate these nerds. No, we want to do that. You. Anyways, what's really annoying is my computer monitors, although I love them, they're great. Fantastic high frame rate 1440p monitors. Don't need 4K monitors. Most things don't even play in freaking 4K. Oh my goodness, get off my booty, guy. Anytime they turn off or end on, or in this case, anytime I start Dragon Age Inquisition, or sorry, Veilguard, it like turns the monitor off for a second and then turns it back on. And it turns on super sharpening every single time. And super sharpening is not an effect that I like. I think it makes things look really weird. Some monitors do it better than others, but it's no matter what. Anytime I've ever seen super sharpening on a monitor or a TV, it just looks so bad. I literally have to turn it off every single time. It's really annoying. Okay, got that. Let's go this way. Oh, and I've looked it up too. I've even contacted the manufacturer. I was like, hey, how do I fix this? And they're like, you don't. We're not going to fix it via firmware or anything. Okay, how do I do this? Alright, we're just killing blight then. It's fine. I feel like I'm pretty...
We interrupted the ritual. Hit her while she's vulnerable.
Okay, where is she? Let's do that. Let's hit her while she's vulnerable, shall we? We'll hit this. Wish I could see her head through all of this explosions. Hey, at least her armor or her thing is gone. You know what I mean. Shield. Barrier. Wow, it got there eventually.
The tyranny of Grey Wardens has come to its...
Alright, can we combo her, please? Thank you. I'm gonna hit this so I don't take any damage blasting her. Alright, she went immune again.
Get up to the griffins.
Okay, that one's gone. I'm gonna pop that one. Gonna hit this. Run over here. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, that gives me a chance to interrupt her, it looks like. Good. Alright, cool. Blaster.
These griffins will be our symbol.
Can we combo her? Man, we are like blasting her. I have a feeling she's probably going to have another one of these blight things.
We don't have to fight.
Yep.
Is the real enemy. We defend Weishaupt. This isn't Weishaupt.
Guess we're going up. I see a little potion pot. We'll grab that while we're at it, I guess.
The griffins.
Grey Wardens, destroy them to destroy our cause.
Seems like it is way more beneficial to just ignore all the enemies and just go for this and pop her out each time. And just push the fight, you know, to its natural conclusion here. All right, let's go ahead and combo. Oh, did they not? They did it on the wrong enemy. Hate when that happens, huh? Do this again. A little bit more momentum and I can do it again. Got it.
Touch him and you die!
I'm giving him his freedom
How? By killing him?
by releasing him.
We know who you are. Saya. The Grey Warden who lost her way. You blighted the griffons. You doomed them.
The Wardens doomed them by their own decree. I saved them. The eggs. These are the future. With blight in their veins, the griffins will be immortal. The Wardens will never harm them again. I will be their shield against the pain.
Yeah, she wouldn't have stopped for us just being like, no, stop. I'm sorry for you.
I'm sorry you were forced to hurt them, but it won't make today any better.
You were a Grey Warden. Act like one. Be the light in the darkness. You die, here and now.
The darkness offers protection. So it must be.
A song, like an arrow! Who's ready to go home?
That's kind of cool. Have a thought about that. All right, so before I say anything here, I feel like I would have liked to see Asan just annihilate her. Just like come in and, you know, maybe Davrin would have been the one. Oh, that would have been way better if Davrin was the one in jeopardy. Like he was the one pinned down and he was about to die. And then Asan came in and just ripped her apart. Like excessive violence, kind of like just really going at her, just eating her. I think that would have been kind of full circle to be like, oh yes, you know, up until this point, Davrin was training Asan, and Asan needed Davrin. And now, when Davrin needed Asan, he showed up. Like, I think that would have been cool. Just a thought.
The Feather Brigade looks happy.
And I'd like to keep it that way. Just not sure how.
What do you have in mind?
I was thinking I'd ask my good friend Rook for advice. I'm too close to this. Too attached.
Davrin, they're hungry and staring at me. That one's salivating.
Let's do this. I asked you all here to make a decision. These griffins need a home, a purpose, a future. Evka, tradition would say they return home with the Grey Wardens, continue their lineage as warriors fighting the darkness.
We're already preparing the area for them. This time, we vow they'll be treated with honor and respect.
But I've also seen another side to them. A protective side. It's only fair to consider a new path. Eldrin?
Arlathan Forest needs a guardian. Sentinels to fight the marauders, the poachers, the rot. I'd be happy to train them.
And now the tough part. I trust all of you. I don't trust myself, my judgment. I'm too close to them. But I do trust Rook. He risked his life for these griffins. Whatever he feels is best, I'll agree to.
Really? You sure?
No doubt.
The Griffins will find a new home in Arlington Forest as protectors of nature, or the Griffins will return to the Grey Wardens and continue fighting evil. Nah, man, they're going to the Grey Wardens. That's so cool.
When I think about Grey Wardens, Griffins are everywhere. On shields, flags, banners. Then Hassan showed me why. They're fearless, brave, and unstoppable. They're your brothers and sisters in arms. Their home is with the Grey Wardens.
Well said.
Thank you. We're a family again.
Hassan. I love you, boy. Don't want to lose you. They're your family. I understand if you want to go with them. It's up to you. Bye, boy. Welcome home. How about thanking Rook for all the help?
Messing with him. Hug Hassan. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna hug the Griffin.
Come here. Wait, what's that you say? I can ride you all over Thedas when you're big enough?
Hey now.
That's what he said, I swear.
Yeah? How about we discuss it over some ginger wort tea?
That's pretty fun. Yeah, I really like Davrin's quest. Number 2. Definitely number 2 behind Harding. Which is a strong spot because I think Harding's was awesome. Asaya, in her grief, had planned on blighting the young Griffins to save them. Davrin and the team not only defeated her, but stopped Asaya's army of corrupted Grey Wardens from sweeping over Hosberg and the rest of the Anderfells. After freeing the Griffins, Davrin had been reassigned to Hassan departing with the others, or resigned to Hassan departing with the others, and was overjoyed when Hassan refused to leave his side. Cool. Love it. This is great. Huge extra defense there. Fire resistance, max fire resistance, immune to burning, and deals 150 fire damage in applying burning to nearby enemies when you reach low health. Pretty good. Pretty good. Wait, was that for me or was that for Davrin? That was Davrin's, right? Hero of the Veilguard. Davrin chose to place the Griffins under the protection of the Grey Wardens in Hosberg. Blah, blah, blah. So what's the next thing? Defender. Like the stalwart Griffins of old, Hassan harries his enemies, giving Davrin more opportunities to deflect incoming attacks. And a token of gratitude from the Grey Wardens and a symbol of their commitment to protecting new flock of the Griffins. Right, that's his heroic armor. Right. Oh no, I equipped one. Oh, man, I thought that I gotta go look, because I think I may have just replaced my chest piece. Davrin's is this one. So detonation damage is now dealt as fire. Deal 25% more fire damage for each stack of burning on the target. It's really good. Yeah, we'll give him that. Oh, I guess it makes sense because they don't have defense and stuff on theirs. All right, what the heck did I equip? Right, versus my slowdown effect. I really like the slowdown effects, though. I don't know. I mean, I'm immune to burning. That feels pretty good. And then I apply fire damage. I don't know. It's pretty good, but so is this one. Well, I don't know. Let me know which one you think. I think it's just kind of both. Oh my goodness, Arlington. It's like a weird convenience thing. I really like the ability to slow down stuff using the other one. All right, we got to go back here and we got to find those final 3 chests, which we're gonna do. And then I'll move on to the next zone.